Check this out. 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 Check this out.
Hi, I'd like to welcome you. This is our first show and our first guest, Grandpa.
Right. Ha! Oh, first set, you ain't kidding, boy. Ha! You know, let me tell you something. This is the first time he's ever done this here, so I got to tell you. We're on Roosevelt Island, and we're on the Roosevelt Island Youth Center, which does a wonderful job, but it needs more space. That's the first thing I want to tell you. I've lived on Roosevelt Island now for almost 10 years. And Charlie, who runs it, does a terrific, terrific job. And it's we've been trying to get more space. The building next door, for a long time, I tried to get the sports park, which is a marvelous, marvelous building, and it's not being used at all. But, you know, when you got to fight the political battle, it's tough, very tough. But they do a wonderful job here for the young people. And we're fortunate that we have something like this. You know, many neighborhoods in the city don't have it. You know, like a friend of mine who's sitting right there, he comes from Astoria, and he just moved onto the island. He had never known it was here. And 15 minutes ago, I walked him into the building, and he was amazed, you know. It's got so many things going, you know, for the young people. All right, now it's your show. Now you interview me. Go ahead. What is that?
You covered everything about
No,
Roosevelt
I didn't
Island.
cover everything. You're the guy.
At what age did you get started in show business?
Holy cow, at what age? That's 75 years ago. I was 13 years old, and I went to work in a circus.
And was it different back then than it is now?
Well,
how did show business change over time?
Oh, it's changed quite a bit. Well, first of all, 75 years ago, there was no television. You know, practically everything was live, except radio. And I worked in the circus, and I worked in carnivals. I worked in vaudeville. I worked in burlesque. I worked in radio, did about 18 years of radio. Started out in Chicago at WGN in Chicago. That's the largest radio station, still is, in the Midwest. And then went to WLW, which the only claim to fame that had was that was the home of the Lone Ranger, where they used to do that show. And then I came to New York, which was, quote-unquote, big-time radio. And I worked, then television came along. Very fortunate, I did 3 TV series, Sergeant Bilko, Car 54, Where Are You? And what most people know me from was The Munsters. I played Grandpa. And I did shows on Broadway, off-Broadway. I've been a performer now for 75 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is. It's a long time to do anything. It's even a longer time if in 75 years you don't have a bowel movement. Oh, boy, that's terrible.
What do you like doing better, TV, movies, or theater, or radio?
That's a good question. I'm often asked that question. The thing I like best is when there's an audience. Of course, you know, in TV, the only audience are the people working at the studio behind the camera, or in film, same thing. In radio, there's no audience. I enjoy all of them, but what I like best is working in front of an audience, because you develop a certain chemical rapport. It's like if you ask, you like basketball, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You have a favorite basketball player? Probably Michael Jordan. No? Who?
John Starks.
John Starks. Oh, well, you belong in radio then. You don't. But anyway, no, he's a nice guy. I know John. I know. If you ask a basketball player, or a baseball player, or a football player, how would they feel if they performed and there was nobody in the stands? You got to, because it's inspiring to work for an audience. You know what I mean? You hear the cheers, the boos. It's stimulating. You know what I mean? Because there's a feeling, a chemical rapport between an entertainer and a performer. And, you know, basketball players are performers. You know, I mean, good Lord, I know 200-300 basketball players personally, baseball, football players. And it's a big difference. If you can imagine a basketball game, let's say the Knicks were playing Chicago next week, and there was nobody in the stands. It's a terrible feeling for the players. Terrible feeling. So I love an audience.
What was the break for your career? What job did you get that was that break for you that pushed you over the edge and got you more and more jobs?
To be truthful, I never had a break, really. I just went from one job to the other. There wasn't one thing. If you mean by that, of course, because television is watched all over the world. I was in Tokyo, and I saw myself in Japan speaking Japanese. I saw it in Mexico City speaking, Spanish. And I've seen it in France speaking French. And so people, of course, see me and know me all over the world because of that. But that's simply because that's that kind of medium. Wherever there's electricity or a battery, you can watch television. If you're working in radio, you're very limited, to the particular geographic area. And if you're working in the theater, the only people that see you are the people who bought tickets that night, to come to the theater. So I never really got like they say, a lucky break or something like that. I just kept working. That's all. I kept working at it.
Are you still performing now?
Oh yeah. I do. What I do now is because, again, of television. It's funny. I haven't done the Munsters in 33 years. But it's still shown all over the world. As you and I here are talking, you can watch it in 41 different countries in the world. It's amazing. So I do a lot of personal appearances, memorabilia shows, autograph shows. I just did a movie up in Toronto, Canada, where hope you people ain't going to be disappointed. I played the treacherous, murderous head of a drug gang. And hasn't been released. I did that up in Toronto. And a couple of weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I was out in California and went to the old MGM studios, which is now Sony Studios in Culver City, and talked about a possible series. And I wasn't that excited about it. But I still work.
To get off the subject of your career a little, every time I see you on Main Street, you always have a cigar.
Yeah, here it is.
How long have you been smoking cigars?
Well, let me tell you, I never smoked a cigarette, except there were about 3 or 4 different times where in a movie, a director said, for the character, he thought, no, not a cigar. I want you to smoke a cigarette. Well, I have never in my whole life learned how to inhale. Never. I still don't. Well, you can imagine, first of all, cigar smokers, if you met 10,000 cigar smokers, maybe one inhales. Very rare. Very rare. In my whole life, I only knew my friend Joe and I think one other guy I met, cigar smokers who inhaled. Now this director wanted me, we used to call the cheapo Warner Brothers trick was, I played a tough guy shaking down a candy store, and I was to come in and get the money, and he said, I want you to smoke the cigarette, and the old thing, you inhale it, and he talks, then you talk, and he says he ain't going to do it, and you blow the smoke in his face. Well, you can't do that unless you inhale, obviously. Well, what was I going to do? That's what he wanted, this director. May he rest in peace, a nice guy. And he was a famous director from Europe. And then he came to the United States, and he was directing television. And what the heck am I going to do? So I got one of the electricians just before lunch break, and I said, "Are you going out for lunch?" And he said, "Yeah, what do you need?" I said, "Would you go and buy me 2 packs of cigarettes?" I saw he smoked, and try to teach me how to inhale. Well, I had the hottest, rawest, I mean, my throat was in shreds, and I still couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And he said, "Okay," the director said, "All right, now we're going to go into the candy store. Al, you ready?" I had to go over. "Mr. Brown, I have a little news for you." And he was from Germany, and he had a thick accent. And I said, "You know, in the scene, this particular scene, you want me to smoke, and then he talks, and I talk, and he talks, and I blow the smoke right in his face. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah." "I can't do it." "What?" I said, "I never smoked a cigarette in my life, Mr. Brown. I don't know how to inhale. I just went through 2 packs of cigarettes, 40 cigarettes in about 35 minutes. I'm dying. I'm on fire." The guy tried to teach me, nice guy. I can't do it. He cursed about 4 or 5 times. He said, "All right, smoke a cigar." I just never learned how. I never learned how.
How long have you been living on Roosevelt Island, and what made you choose this as a place to live?
Well, we were living right across the river. Matter of fact, I still have an apartment on 48th Street and 1st Avenue, right across the street from the UN. And my wife used to come here to play tennis. We had a friend who lived in Westview, and he doesn't live here anymore. He was one of the editors of Physics magazine, so they moved that magazine down to Washington, D.C., and he moved. He's one of the editors. And she came home one day. She used to come and play tennis, you know, in the tennis club. Mm-hmm. And she said, "You know, it's a nice place." I said, "Why don't you look for an apartment if you want to move there?" So she did. And we're here now almost 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. How long are you here?
I've been living here moved here when I was 5, so 12 years now.
Yeah, right. You're an older resident than I am.
Do you like it here?
Oh, very much. Otherwise, I wouldn't stay. I do. I enjoy it very much, Roosevelt Island. I tell, a million people wherever I go, First of all, most New Yorkers never heard it. I buy a lot of stuff from catalogs. And they say, "What's your address?" I say, 575 Main Street. What's the zip code? New York, 10044. There's no Main Street in New York. I said, "Oh, really?" "No." "Well, there's a Main Street in Quip." "I'm telling you, there's a Main Street." "Where?" I said, "On a little island in the middle of the East River." They don't believe that there's a Main Street, So it's amazing how many people who live in Manhattan, they know that something goes on a wire, and where it goes, they don't know. And when it gets to where it goes, they don't know if anybody lives there. We enjoy it very much. I enjoy the island very much. I enjoy the people who live here very much.
Okay, well, thank you very much for being on the show.
My pleasure.
Nice to talk to you.
My pleasure.
Okay,
thank you. Bye.
This is Jamal Poe, our resident DJ.
Yeah, what's going on?
Tell us about your classes.
Oh, the classes, they're available for the kids on Tuesdays and Friday nights from 6:30 to 8:30. Pretty much I just show them the fundamentals of how to use the turntables, the 1 and 2s, the equipment. And this is a place for them to come practice because it's not really much to learn. I've been doing it a couple of years myself. And that's pretty much it.
How many kids are in your class?
I got a small amount of kids right now, but, every week you get a couple of new faces that come in and some people don't show up. I got about 3 kids that take it seriously, and the rest is just like a hobby for them, pretty much.
What are the ages of the kids?
The ages is from 11 and up. So from 11, if you're 11 years old, you can join. I got a couple of kids that's 9 years old that I make exceptions for, but when you're 11 and up, some people come, they're even 21 years old even, so it's like unlimited.
All right, well, you want to learn how to DJ? This is your man. Do your thing.
All right, man.
Do you really want to party with me? Let me see is what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight up, right in the place to be. If you really want to be. Let me see is what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight up, right in the place to be. If you really want to party with me.
What? My name is Abe, and I'm with Sean Black, also known as Black Attack. So, Black Attack, how you started the business?
Oh, man, long time ago, man. 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Went from banging on tables to freestyling on the train after school, you know what I'm saying? To just making this a career move, like, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be my everyday job, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I push myself instead of working for someone else, you know what I'm saying?
Black, who inspired you along the way?
I gotta say groups like, you know, EPMD and Run DMC and Redman and, you know what I'm saying, all the up and coming. I mean, I could say Run DMC, but I can't say that I was rhyming at the time that they was hot like that, you know what I'm saying? So I push it back a little more to like EPMD and, you know what I'm saying, around 88, 89.
Which one's your favorite? Because I know my favorite is EPMD.
That's my favorite. EPMD and Redman, you know what I'm saying? Those are my two, like, major right there. I mean, I like a lot of MCs that's out now, you know what I'm saying? But as far as from when I started, those was my two favorite. You know what I'm saying?
You covered all the questions I was gonna ask him. You know that, right? What was the big break in your career where?
I think I would have to say the breakup of my old group SOP. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, while I was doing things with them, you know, things started looking a little shady, you know what I'm saying, as far as me getting on and me cutting the record, you know what I'm saying? So once I split up from that, I met up with DJ Honda, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if you heard of him or not, but, you know, producer extraordinaire, and I did a song with him back in 95, and that rocketed. That was like, you know, one of the top songs on the album. So ever since then, everybody's been, you know, Black Attack is doing this and I'm doing that, you know. I put out a single last year on the Underground Market, which is like a classic now, you know what I'm saying? So that was like my biggest, you know what I'm saying, my biggest point right there. That was it.
You got a video out playing in Japan now, right?
Yeah, it was shot here on Roosevelt Island. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the second single off the DJ Honda album here, excuse me, but it's the second single off the Japan release, so hopefully it comes here too. You know?
That's cool. Tell us about where you grew up.
Grew up right here where you talking to me at, you know what I'm saying? I lived in Manhattan before that, but, you know, basically my whole life is Roosevelt Island. Been here for like 17 years, and that's just it, you know?
You got a little clip of the video?
Yeah, no doubt, to blaze it up. We got the whole video, actually. You know what I'm saying?
All right. About to show it for our studio audience.
Yes, indeed. Ready to set this shit off no matter what the speed. Cause I flips my delivery uncontrollably. Foul on you, son, dude. Why you holding me? I guess it's the way I break your ankles with the lyrical. Like Allen I shaking Mike down, something hysterical. You believe in miracles? No good. Cause gonna take that times infinity to keep me out your hood. I can't, I'm blazing like fire with no wood. I'm breaking shit down so it's all understood. Haha, bring that back, funky fire like the brat. Black Attack, flipping the track, representing like that. Let me find out, y'all cats don't know. Black bout to blow like Poe, without the dough. See yo, fast and slow, I glow like the 300. Virgos in the house now flow.
We gon' burn it down, raise it up, 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 up. Honda breaks it down, raise it up, 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 up. We gon' burn it down, raise it up, raise it up.
Yo, they used to call me Sean Black, known for being a trooper like a Suzu. Not worry about what you do, black magic like voodoo, but still proceed to shoot my lyrics right through you. You ask for a battle, son, I bring it right to you. Rep the Roosevelt Allen, run with A and B. Got props all over the world like the BCC. We be the illest, strong arm niggas like Kevin Willis. I feel it, time to let them know who be the realest. Fake cats play the back while I get this dough. You can bring your best, but you never match this flow. Black the new kid, the one you never heard of. The nigga that's on some cool out shit, but lyrically committing murder. Touch tracks up, from the back up. Niggas better stop slacking off and twist the sack up. This the Black Attack shit, what? Y'all niggas know how I go. Y'all can never stop the flow, that's my word, baby, bro.
We gon' burn it down, raise it up, 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 up.
No, I'm punching on the second part, I'm punching from
Raise it up, 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 up. We gon' burn it down, raise it up, up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, up, raise it up, raise it. We gon' burn it down, raise it up, raise it up, raise it. Honda breaks it down, raise it up, up, up. We gon' burn it down, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, 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 up. We gon' burn it down, raise it up, up, up. Burn attack is in the house, raise it up, up, up. You know, you know, you know. Raise it up, 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 up, up. We gon' burn it down, raise it up, up, up. 'Cause Honda breaks it down. Show enough funky, DJ Honda, ooh, Black Attack, you know.
We're back here with Black Attack. You gonna kick rounds first now?
Yeah, no doubt. Anything.
All right, here you
know
go.
what I'm
It's all
saying?
you.
Yo, I'm Black Attack. This is my DJ lover. You know what I'm saying? And just hit me with something. I'm just gonna go off a little something, E. You know? Yo, let me clear my throat like DJ Cool. Set it off for the people that be acting fool. Black Attack them, had they techniques on hold. Shut them down at the end when pots of gold. Let me dilly-dally, hit this alley. Puff a L with Sally of the Chronic from Cali. Wildin', coming straight from Roosevelt Allen. That's how it is, dog, nobody's smiling. Always on some cool out, never get upset. Flow all over the track, get my dough in step. They call me Black Attack, I rep the A and B. And one thing I hate is a weak MC. I get it going on, cause I'm up next to Flex. You can bet I'm coming through, it be rough like sex. I'm positive, watch your toes tap to this. And Black Attack, make them clap to this. What? One more. Let me see. Look, I'll be your idol, your highest title, numero uno. Bigger brother, break cats down like Frank Bruno. You know, the new kid on the block, rip tracks up. Check out my melody and the way I twist sax up. I was a fiend at the age of 17. For cash rules, everything around me cream. Wait a minute, yo, slow down, baby. I'm on the rampage for dough now, baby. Sometimes I wonder what you looking for. Can an ill rapper make money anymore? If you're tired, cousin, go take a nap. If you acting out of place, then you will get smacked. Got 30 songs ready and I still want more. Kind of fauna link navies, all black 4-door. Always calm under pressure, no need to act shook. So listen when I tell you, cousin, ha ha, it's off the hook.
That's it? All right. Sean Black, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how you can tell it on beat.
Check this out. Check this out.